your eyes are closed and you can bring your attention to your breathing, whatever breathing is happening at this point, noticing the qualities of it. And then maybe exploring it, making it a bit longer, a bit deeper. Noticing the movement of your breath as your inhales expand the edges of your body out into the space around you. And your exhales bring you a bit more aware of that center of the body, that connection to your inner self. Maybe that home, that center. As you continue breathing, softening the muscles around your eyes. Softening your jaw. Maybe using your inhales to find a bit more length through your spine from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And then with your exhales, finding that grounding, that connection to the surface, the earth underneath. And notice if the mind, your attention left the breath, went somewhere else. And then as you return your attention to your breath, you're returning again to the present, to the here and the now. And continuing with your breath, maybe your eyes stay closed and just turn the palms of the hands to face the ceiling. And then make a fist, bringing the fingers into the palm first and the thumb over them. And make it tighter, looser. Just take a moment here, breathing in and out. And then open up the hand, wiggle your fingers, and then bring the thumb into the palm and then wrap your fingers over the thumb, making that fist. And breathing here. And then opening the hand, give those fingers a wiggle. And then we'll make our way onto our backs if you're not there already. I'll meet you there. And take a moment to rock a bit from side to side as you draw your knees into your chest. And then take yourself all the way onto your left side. Stack your legs, stack your arms. And then take yourself into a twist, sliding that right arm all across towards the right side, maybe turning your head towards the right too, or keeping your knees pointing left. And take a breath here. And another one. And then return yourself onto your back, your knees into your chest, and again rock from side to side. And then take yourself all the way onto your right side, stacking legs, stacking arms. And then slide that left arm towards the left as you open up the chest towards the ceiling, finding your reclined twist. And then breathing here. With your next inhale, bring yourself back through center onto your back, knees into chest. A little rocking here. And then bring the hands behind your knees, and then we're going to rock forward and back. See if you can take your legs all the way overhead. And then come and balance on your sit bones for a moment. Maybe even your toes tap the floor. And then you go again back. And then we'll return onto our backs. Keep the right knee drawing into the chest and extend your left leg towards the ceiling. And then find some movement through your left ankle, a few rotations in one direction, a few in the other. And then draw your left knee into your chest, lengthen out your right leg towards the ceiling and rotate your right ankle. Maybe a wiggle through your toes in both directions. And then again, both knees into your chest. All right, so from here, we're going to keep the right knee drawing into the chest, extend your left leg. Your hands could be around your shin or behind your right thigh. And then we're going to actually, probably better if your arms are by your side. We're going to rock up and down, and then we're going to meet seated with the right foot planted and the left leg long. So you're coming up to a seat. Yeah, there you go. All right. And then from here, right hand behind us, left hand grabs a hold of your right leg, and you twist towards the right side. And then we'll come back through center. You could reach your arms tall, and then again, come onto your back, legs overhead, and then we'll switch. Bend your left knee, right leg extended, come up into a seat, and find a twist towards the left. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll do it a few more times, okay? So again, we'll go onto our backs, switching legs. Right knee bends, come up, twist towards the right. And then again, take those legs overhead if you'd like. Left knee bends, come up and twist towards the left. Let's do one more to the right. We'll pause there for a moment. All right, now from here, you're still seated. You're coming back through center. You could reach your arms up. Then left hand plants behind you. And now you're going to put weight into your left hand and your left foot, right foot too. And then see if you can lift your hips, side bend. And then we'll come back down. And then again onto our backs, and we'll switch. We'll repeat that, so don't worry if it didn't really turn out. So left knee bends, you find your twist to the left first. Right? And then you come back through center with your torso. Your right hand plants behind you. You put weight into that hand, those feet, and then you lift your hips. And then you come back down, and again onto your backs. We'll do that one more time each side. Right knee bends, plant that foot, Find a twist to the right first with your torso uplifted, and then come back through center with the torso, left hand plants, hips lift. And then again, sit bones return all the way onto your back. Coming up, left knee bends, your twist to the left first. Come back through center. Right hand plants, put weight into it, lift those hips. And then return to center, all the way up to your back. And then this time, boat pose, balance on your sit bones. Maybe toes resting on the ground, maybe toes off the ground. Hands behind your thighs, and now broaden your chest, give your shoulders a roll here. Nice. Breath in and breath out. And then we're going to plant the feet, plant the hands, reverse table. Push into feet and hands, lift your hips. Take a breath in, out. Another inhale. Exhale, plant those sit bones, come back to your boat pose, any version that works for you here today. That allows you to breathe, to be present, to also enjoy the time. Another reverse table when you're ready, planting feet, planting hands, lift up. Breath in. Come back to your boat pose, last boat pose here. Another inhale. And this time on your exhale, soles of the feet together, knees wide, lowering the feet down, hands behind you or hands around your shins or ankles. Take a breath in to lift through your torso. And then on your exhale, hinge forward any amount. Maybe the head drops. Maybe a few rolls for the neck. Another breath in. And a breath out. With your next inhale, lift your torso, cross right ankle in front of left. See if you can plant your feet, get a bit of momentum, and see if you can rise all the way up, keeping your legs crossed. Maybe sweep your arms overhead. And then as you exhale, we're going to return down to sit. Use your hands at any point. And then cross left ankle in front of right. Again, plant your feet. See if you can make your way all the way up. Arms can reach overhead. On your exhale, return. Find your seat. Uncross your feet now, and now we'll plant those feet parallel, and we'll make our way up. This time we'll stay lifted. Reach your arms overhead, breath in. And then as you exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, come back through center and take it over to the left. Inhale, center, again to the right. And inhale, center, and to your left. As you inhale, come back through center, and on your exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Another one, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And one more, half lift. And exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms forward and up, chair pose. And then on your exhale, lower your arms down by your side and maybe reach them back, but stay in your chair position. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, arms lower. Another one, inhale, lift. And exhale to lower. As you inhale, straighten legs, reach your arms up, grab a hold of your left wrist and take it over to the right side bend. Come back through center and then switch over to the left. Come back through center, arms wide, and bring them behind you. Interlace them at the lower back. Send the knuckles towards the floor, broaden chest, breath in. And on your exhale, fold forward. As you drop the head, maybe the hands reach tall. Pull the fronts of the shoulders away from the floor. Another breath in. And out. Release your hands, find a halfway lift. And on your exhale, plant your hands and step back into downward facing dog. On your inhale, roll out into plank. And as you exhale, come back to down dog. 2 more times, maybe a massage for your toes. As you go back and forth, last one. And then the next time that you find downward facing dog, walk your hands to your feet coming to the back of the mat. Forward fold once you get there. On your inhale, bend the knees, rise into chair, sweeping arms up. And this time, one arm at a time, lower the right arm down by your side, maybe reaching back. And then lift. Left arm. And lift. One more of each. And then on your inhale, straighten, legs reach tall, side bend, exhale. Come back through center and to your other side. Center, arms wide, bring them behind you. Interlace, maybe the opposite to what you did earlier. Knuckles towards the floor, broaden chest. And as you exhale, fold forward and down. Drop the head, lift the hands, a breath in here. And out. Release your hands, find a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands to the top of the mat, find your plank. And as you exhale, take it to downward facing dog. From your down dog, bend into your right knee, and then drop your right armpit some towards the ground as you turn your torso some towards the left. Maybe you're looking under your left armpit. And then straighten your right leg, return your right armpit a little higher, and then switch. Left knee bends, drop your left armpit. Maybe turn your gaze to the right. And then come back through center. Inhale out into plank pose. And now on your exhale, we're lowering all the way down. Bring your hands wide, maybe out off the mat, onto your fingertips, elbows lift. Press through the tops of the feet, lift your chest, inhale. As you exhale, lengthen forward and down. Inhale again, lift and look over your left shoulder. And exhale, chest forward and down to lower. Inhale, lift and look over your right shoulder. And exhale, forward and down, lower. Bring the hands under your shoulders. Take yourself through all fours and then downward facing dog. Push the floor away. Heels heavy. Take a breath. With your next inhale, walk your feet to your hands. See if you can get your feet as close to your hands as possible before lifting them, if you lift them at all. And then as you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Back into your chair pose, inhale. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, straighten legs, straighten arms. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. Now on your exhale, left foot is going to step back, warrior 3 to warrior 1. So 3 kind of like transition, and then landing. Back foot plants, front knee bent. Hands can rest at your heart or at your hips. Once you've landed, slowly straighten through your front knee and then slowly bend. 2 more, just like that. Straighten, pushing the floor away. Keep pushing the floor away as you bend. 1 more. And then we'll meet with a right knee bent. Take a moment to lift your toes, your front toes, spread them, and then soften them down. With your next inhale, reach your arms tall. And as you exhale, arms wide and bring them behind you. Interlace them, knuckles down that back leg, broaden chest. And then exhale, hinge forward and down. See if you can use this to find a bit more space between ears and shoulders. Maybe you're looking at your front foot. Strengthen through the back leg. Another breath in and out. With your next inhale, rise through the torso, release your hands, reach them overhead and catch a hold of your left wrist. Pull it up and take it over to the right side. Stretch through this left side body, grounded through that back foot. Maybe a bit more bend through the front knee. Another breath. With your next inhale, return the torso through center, release the wrist. We're coming to a balance at the top of the mat. Come onto the ball of the back foot, send your weight forward, and then bring that left knee in towards your chest. Your hands could go around your shin or behind your thigh. Squeeze it in and find a bit more space in the right hip. So you're lifting away from your right leg. Take a full breath in here. And a full breath out. Now a little bit more balance if you'd like. So see if you can lean back. So you're going to lift and go back some. Squeeze through your right glute. Think about your chest lifting towards the ceiling. Another breath in. And another breath out. And then bring yourself back through center. Release that left foot. Slowly back to the ground. Mountain pose, the shoulders a roll, fingers a wiggle, a breath in, and a breath out. With your next inhale, arms reach tall. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands and step it back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. With your next inhale, come forward into plank pose. And on your exhale, we're lowering once again, all the way to the mat. Bring your hands wide onto your fingertips, elbows point up towards the ceiling. Press through the tops of the feet, lift your chest, inhale. On your exhale, lengthen forward and down. Inhale again, lift. Look over your right shoulder. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and look over your left shoulder. And exhale, lower. Bring the hands under your shoulders, move through all fours, and take yourself back into downward facing dog. Full breath in. And full breath out. Making your way to the top of the mat again, maybe keeping your hands down as long as you can, getting your feet as close to your hands as you can. Forward fold when you get there. Inhale, chair pose, bend the knees, sweep your arms forward, up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rising all the way up. And exhale, side bend. Inhale, back through center. Other side, exhale. Inhale, center. This time it's your right foot that's going to go through warrior 3 And then eventually to warrior one, taking your time. And then once you've landed, shoulders over hips, and we'll bend and straighten into that left knee. And slowing things down. And think about pushing the floor away the whole time through that front foot and staying engaged through that back leg. The next time that your left knee is bent, pausing there, give your toes a lift, a spread, soften them down. And then your legs stay as is, reaching your arms tall. Breath in. On your exhale, arms wide and sweep behind you. Find the opposite interlace and then knuckles down, open chest. When you're ready, hinge forward over that front thigh. Imagine that you're trying to reach the crown of the head beyond your front toes, and you really strengthen the grounding through the back foot. Now breathe. One more here. With your next inhale, lift through the torso, release your arms, sweep them up, catch a hold of your right wrist, and take it up and over to the left. Big stretch for this right side body. Maybe push a little bit more through the pinky edge of the back foot. And take another breath in and out. And then returning torso through center, release those arms. And again, we're coming to that balance at the top of the mat. So when you're ready, onto the ball of the back foot, hinge forward. And bring that right knee forward in front of you. Hands around your shin, behind the leg or behind your thigh. Squeeze it in. Grow a little higher. Imagine moving your torso away from your left leg. And then you might stay here, or there might be a bit of that back bend maybe. And so steady your gaze. You might keep your gaze right in front of you as you begin to lean back. A squeeze through your left glute. Breathing in. And breathing out. Another one. And then bring yourself back through center. And then once you're here, gently release that right foot next to your left. Both feet planted, roll through the shoulders, or wiggle through the fingers. With your next inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands and step back, downward facing dog. A full breath in here, push away through the hands, heavy through the heels of the feet. Full breath out. With your next inhale, come out into plank pose. And as you exhale, slowly, once again, lower. Hands wide once again. This time, instead of coming up into like cobra, lifting high, what we're going to do is we're going to dip through one shoulder. So I'll face the screen, see if it makes it a little clearer. So we're going to drop the right shoulder towards the mat, turning your head towards the left. So it's quite the stretch through the front of the shoulders. See how that works for you. And then bring yourself back through center, and then do the same on the other side. The front of the left shoulder drops down. You turn your head to look right. And then if you'd like, try it one more time each side. Right. Back through center and left. And then come back through center, plant your hands under your shoulders, and then this time take yourself all the way into a child's pose. You could do knees together, or you could do knees wider. You could bring the arms close to you, underneath you, or anywhere that feels good. And then take a few breaths, thinking about back body expanding on the inhales. And then the muscles in the back body softening out and down as you exhale. Take one more breath. And then use your next inhale to come up into a table pose. So your hands more or less under shoulders, your knees more or less under hips. With your next inhale, your right arm sweeps out to the right, you turn your torso to the right. And then as you exhale, thread that right arm under the left. Inhale, open up again. And exhale, thread. And then one more time, open. And exhale, thread. This time we're lowering shoulder, head to the ground or towards the ground, maybe towards a block, a pillow. Left hand stays by your face, or it might walk forward. Left knee stays on the left hip, or if you'd like to explore this, you might extend your left leg, lifting the knee, planting the ball of the foot. So depending what you're up for here, and all is valid, remember, depending on what you need, what might serve you best today. So if you'd like to relax here, feel free to do so. If a little bit more engagement is what you need, you can play with balance. So you're going to keep your hips level, if you are doing that, and you're going to lighten up on your left toes, maybe lifting that left leg. Whatever you are, breathing in and breathing out. If the leg is lifted, bring it back. Knee returns under hip. Left hand comes back by your face. Put weight into your left hand and then open up towards your right side once again. Find some movement through your right shoulder, a few circles with the arm extended or the elbow bent. And then when you're ready, return your right hand to the mat. You're coming back into your table pose. If you'd like, take a cow and a cat before we go to the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. Find again that neutral spine, and then sweep that left arm towards the left. Turn your torso towards the left. As you exhale, left arm under right and thread. And again, inhale and open. Exhale and thread. Another one like that. And then threading and lowering shoulders, side of the head towards the ground. And then once again, making some choices here. honoring what you need. Maybe walking those right fingers forward. Maybe extending your right leg, lifting that knee. If you feel like lifting that right foot, keep your hips level so that you don't roll over to the side. And breathe. When you're ready, returning yourself back, knee under hip if it was lifted, right hand by your face, planting weight into it as you open up towards your left. And then again, finding some movement through your left shoulder, some circles. And then both hands plant you back into your table pose. Take an inhale, cow. And then as you exhale, take a short down dog. So you could take your feet a bit wider, lift your knees, and then shorten your stance. So walk your hands a bit closer to your feet completely planted, a bit more weight into the legs. Lighten up a bit on your hands, shoulders, and take a full breath in. And out. And then from here, you could walk your hands a bit closer to your feet and then make your way into a seat. So you could go through a squat and then eventually get your sit bones onto the mat, your legs in front of you. If you're out at the back of the mat, walk on your sit bones forward, give your bum a little massage. And then once your feet get to the top of the mat, bend your knees, plant your feet wide, hands frame your hips, take a full inhale. And then as you exhale, drop your knees to the left, bring your right arm over and turn your torso to face the space behind you. Finding a twist here, a stretch for the front of your right hip. And take a full breath in. And out, soften those shoulders. One more. And then right hand comes over, knees come up, feet are still wide, and then drop your knees towards the right side. Left hand comes over, and your torso turns any amount towards the space behind you. As you find that rotation through your spine, you find that stretch through the front of the left hip, softening of the shoulders, a breath. And then as you inhale, return back through center. And now heel to toe your feet in, soles of the feet together, knees wide, just like we did earlier. Maybe your hands are behind you. You use that to push that chest forward. Maybe your hands come around your ankles. And maybe your elbows are in front of your shins, and you can also use your elbows to kind of lengthen your torso forward and then down. Sometimes we do the easiest first, is like that's the normal. So sometimes the spinal flexion comes easier, and we forget about flexion at the hips. So see if you can find the flexion at your hips first, and then once you've got that, let the spine round if that feels good. Take one more breath. And then lifting your spine, lifting those knees, plant your feet, and we'll make our way onto the back body. You could reach your arms out in front, take an inhale. As you exhale, lower, slow and controlled, noticing how that back body meets the ground. And then once that whole back body is planted, knees come into the chest. Again, a little rocking, maybe side to side, maybe some circles. And then if you'd like to take a happy baby, draw your knees towards your armpits. Maybe the heels of the feet stay heavy towards your glutes, or maybe you lift your feet towards the ceiling, holding onto your ankles or soles of the feet as you draw your knees towards the armpits. Maybe that happy baby moves a bit side to side. Maybe it's a bit more still, you choose. You can also play here with the position of your arms. You could have them on the outside of your knees, or you could bring them to the inside. And if you bring them to the inside, you can use your arms to kind of push a little bit your legs out. So you could play with that too. Keep coming back to your breath. And then release your happy baby, knees still bent, but feet to the edges of your mat. And then drop your knees towards the left side. You could stay here, or you could bring your left foot on top of your right thigh. You can also bring your arms out into a T if you'd like. You could turn your gaze over to the right. Allow your exhales now to give you a little bit more release towards the ground. And now letting go of effort. And then bring yourself back through center, feet still wide, knees bent. And when you're ready, take those knees over to the right side. And if you'd like, that right foot resting on that left leg, adding that extra weight, that extra stretch if it feels good. And then release what you have, bringing yourself back through center. If there is any other movement before Shavasana that feels good, take it. And then eventually when you're ready, find the most comfortable position, one that will let you settle. We've got about 5 minutes for stillness. So that might be lying down, on your back, on your side, but it could also be sitting up. See what you need today. And then maybe commit to it and see what it's like. And for the next few minutes, there is nothing else to do. Let yourself be. Shavasana. As always, feel free to stay for longer in Shavasana. If not, return your awareness to your breath. Maybe invite a deeper inhale, a longer exhale. And then find some movement in the body, your fingers, your toes, your ankles, your wrists. Maybe a whole body stretch if you'd like. Maybe even a yawn. In your own time, make your way into a seat. We'll meet there. You might rest your hands in your lap or bring them to your chest. Acknowledging with appreciation the practice. Acknowledging also with appreciation ourselves. Acknowledging with appreciation all those who have practiced with us. Acknowledging with appreciation all who make it possible. Ending with a word that means that the light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste.